I was on a few Arsenal WhatsApp groups last night, just sort of gauging the reaction to the Zubimendi news. And I think people are generally quite happy, but 9 out of 10 Arsenal fans will say to you, look, the here and now, we need a striker, or at least a forward that can maybe play through the middle. So what are the options, the realistic options for Arsenal in January?
I think it's difficult because you see all the names mentioned. I've seen hundreds of fans mention Isak. I've seen hundreds of fans mention Gyökeres, Osimhen as well. And these players are obviously of top quality, but at the same time, it's so difficult to get top strikers in January when their teams are aiming to achieve something. Isak, their teams are aiming for Champions League. Osimhen feels like he owes something to Galatasaray for giving him the opportunity to, show that he's still a top striker. And Gyökeres as well, he said that he's going to stay up until the summer. I think the most realistic option for them right now is probably Vlahovic, a player that they were linked with a few years ago in 2022. Obviously, his time at Juventus hasn't been the greatest. He's still scoring goals. He's got 12 goals, 2 assists this season. But if you speak to, or if you see any Juventus fans' frustration this season, they say he misses a lot of chances. But at the same time, I think sometimes a new environment might be good for a team. And because they want him so bad, and we've seen the Kolo Muani links to Juventus, I think it just makes sense.
It really does in that sense. And I think when you look at Vlahovic, again, when he was at Fiorentina, he was a focal point of their attack. Everything went into his feet. He linked really well. What's quite strange, obviously, Thiago Motta's now a Juventus manager. He likes a forward that drops off the line. Obviously, Joshua Zirkzee at Bologna. That kind of fitted what Vlahovic was doing at Fiorentina, but maybe not now. And it's an interesting one. You mentioned all those good forwards, and for example, Isak isn't going to leave Newcastle this January, in my opinion. 25 goals in 2024, and Shearer's managed more in a calendar year in the last 22 years. And when you look at those numbers underlying him, since the start of last season, only Haaland scored more as a striker, only Watkins has created more chances, and only Jackson has completed more dribbles. He's got that duality. He's too far away. You mentioned the likes of Osimhen as well. Could they get him from Galatasaray? He's got one of his best goals plus assists per 90 in his entire career. And then Gyökeres has basically said that he's staying at Sporting. 62 goals in 2024. Those players feel away from it. But what about someone like a Benjamin Scesko?
Who Arsenal were reportedly interested in the last window. So might they go back in for him again?
For sure. I think he's someone that has started to evolve. You look at the start of 2024, I remember watching him against Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout game. His movement was incredible. Got into so many good goal-scoring opportunities, but that day missed 3 big chances. From that point onwards, you're looking at his numbers, 18 goals in the Bundesliga. That's more than the likes of Matheus Cunha, Kai Havertz have managed in the Premier League. So he's got the quality. But also looking at his underlying numbers, he scored around 9 more goals than he should have done due to his expected goals. So big potential. And we all saw his goal against Werder Bremen this weekend. An absolute banger.
Netov. He scores some bangers, doesn't he, Scesko? So, possibly Vlahovic, possibly Scesko.